All right. This is my annual gratitude review for 2024, and I'm also looking ahead to 2025. Um, this is a good practice of high achieving ADHD entrepreneurs to focus on what we have not achieved rather than what we have achieved. Okay. Um, that is a challenge with ADHD entrepreneurs, especially high achievers. We focus on what we have not achieved, not necessarily what we have achieved. And I accidentally created this annual habit because I didn't know what to talk about for a short episode in season one. And I just said, screw it. I just kind of did a gratitude review. And now it's an annual thing. And I'm enjoying this habit because since I realized I don't necessarily focus on what's um, achieved, and focus only on what's not achieved. It's good to get this refresher, and you need to write this stuff down. Okay, so for me, key highlights from the last year is departure of my business partner. I had to go into survival mode for 8 months. Really got experienced staff also left as well. Had to get on a new team, but it was a really good turning point in my personal growth, and it's really helped me determine my next steps for 2025. What was really cool for me is I was invited to my first roundtable discussion as an expert in podcasting, and it was a great experience. It's nice to be noticed and appreciated. Um, you know, to be, it felt awesome. I really enjoyed that one. Okay. I've had multiple discussions with recently diagnosed ADHD entrepreneurs, and it's really cool because people are starting to see me as an expert and a support piece for that. And it was nice to say, hey, you're not screwed up, you're not lazy, you're not stupid, you just have a different brain wiring. Um, Really doing more content creation for the impulsive thinkers, starting a YouTube channel. That was really cool. And I want to do more on that later. And then getting the subscribers, like shit, over 300 people right now are subscribed to the YouTube channel. So at the impulsive thinker at YouTube is the channel. Kind of cool. And then recording this short episode 339. I never thought I'd get past 20. Now I'm at 339 and in season 4. So I'm very happy and fortunate about, and not fortunate, but grateful that that you're listening and that you're putting up with me every week. So I do thank you very much. Um, I really got a lot more advanced scuba diving experience with my daughter, and and then finding a community of scuba divers that appreciate you, and a new source of friendship that's outside of work is really cool. People getting together for a common thing, to scuba dive, to do it safe and have fun, and then hang out is really cool, and it's really cool to see my daughter be involved in that group too as well. The family fishing trip I had in August with my family, spent a week out in no man's land in the middle of the bush, and no internet, well, we had crappy internet, but no cell service, and just having that relaxing time on the river and clearing the head. But also after that, we went to Chicago as a family, and we got to have a hangout. And what's really cool is the girls are still talking a lot about that trip. I'm sorry, but there's not a hell of a lot to do in Chicago outside of the museums and the aquarium. But we ended up walking downtown for a few hours, having dinner on that, and that's what they remember the most. And it was kind of cool, even looking at that silly mirror ball bean thing. But that was a really good one, and we're looking forward to our annual Boxing Day family trip, and that's my little Christmas tradition I enjoy doing. Um, there's a lot. I'm really grateful for you, the listeners, for listening and putting up with me. I do. And there's a lot of you that has reached out and sent me comments and emails, comments on the YouTube channel, comments on the podcast, and also emails reach out. Thank you very much for those, and I appreciate you, and thank you very much. And then I have a lot of entrepreneurial friends who are very supportive and has helped guide me through this bullshit from 2024 with my engineering exodus with the Three Musketeers. Um, and I really realized that of how the importance of having that support network in challenging time is very key. And you got to have the right people to do it. They're there for you, not necessarily for their own benefit or growth. So I want to take this opportunity right now. I want to thank John Warkentine, Wendy Brookhouse, Gail Swift, Fred Feisman, Dana Weinberger, Mike Bossy, Dr. Brandy Keats, and my longtime friend from Strategic Coach, Edward Zuccalo. So thank you, everyone, for being there and supportive. It means a lot, and I wouldn't have been able to get out of this without you. So that's my review for 2024. And those are just the big ones. Now, for 2025, these are my goals. They're not resolutions. I just talked to my friend Fred Feisman about how I think New Year's resolutions is all crap and bullshit. But I got goals for 2025. One is getting back to working 40 hours a week and start to convert to 4-day weeks. That's so I can get rejuvenated and grouped up so I could be more creative, and entrepreneurs need to do that. We're wired differently. We do not work on the time system that's for everyone where you're rewarded for the weekend. We need to have our rejuvenation so we can be creative and solve problems effectively. I want to advance my scuba diving skills and knowledge with more courses in diving, and then start utilizing people who have got a lot of experience and want to spend time to mentor or coach us or just help us improve that skill. I want to spend a lot more quality time with my daughters and find common things we can do together that brings us energy and joy. This year has been very tough on the family since my wife's bakery took off. She's very busy, and I was in survival mode here in the engineering. I wasn't able to spend a lot of quality time because I was showing up burnt out, tired, and not very interactive. So that's going to change. I want to start being home more, and it's not that be home more, I want to be present more. So that's one of my goals, and also for my wife as well. I also want to schedule consistent board meetings with my girls, which is a minimum 4-hour stretch where someone else came up with this. I forget who, but basically it's what they want to do for 4 hours, and I can't say no. And I did that again. I did it when they were younger. We're starting up again. I want to do that a lot more next year. I want to rebuild my engineering company that aligns with my personal strengths and my unique abilities and around projects that I want to do. I want to create a lot more content. I want to create content of the knowledge I have in engineering that was created and that can't be found anywhere. And I also want to create a community for entrepreneurial engineers who defy traditional models of engineering, because we are an outcast. We don't belong in this world. So how can we support each other to make it work? Because we're needed in certain times, but other times we're fighting against it. 2025, I'm just ready. I want to dump content. I want to do brain dumping ideas into various content forms to help others, sharing ideas and thoughts through the impulsive thinker and objective engineering. And I want plans to expand, reach, publish a book, and create content webinars for ADHD entrepreneurs. Now, the other thing I'm really grateful for right now is I'm really grateful that my wife's bakery, Rosie's Kitchen, has skyrocketed this year. It's a gluten-free, egg-free, dairy-free bakery. It's dedicated gluten-free. And she's worked hard to create these recipes that last longer than 2 days or 1 day even. And she's put a lot of effort and heart, and she's put her heart and soul in it. And I'm really grateful that it's working well, and I'm proud of her as well. So for you, this is a habit I recommend to do. Kind of sounds hokey, but I think it's important. List your accomplishments from 2024 and write them down and keep them somewhere so you can review later. That's important. We do not review what we've accomplished. Every once in a while, we need a reminder of what we've done. Okay. Now, also list your goals for 2025, the ones you want to achieve, not resolutions, actionable goals, and write them down and review them regularly. So, in short, thanks again for listening to episode 339 and for being around in season 4. That was my 2024 gratitude review and my goals for 2025. So thank you very much. I appreciate you, the listener. Thanks again for learning with me, and we'll see what happens in 2025. Talk to you soon.